G'day guys and girls, it's your boy Isahooten and welcome to this boss breakdown. Yes, hello, welcome again to this new type of video that I am calling Boss Breakdown, in which we go over all aspects of a particular boss. The summon, the fight, and the drops. It's all covered in spectacular fashion in the Boss Breakdown. Okay, I'll stop doing that for now. In today's premiere episode of Boss Breakdown, we're going to be taking a look at the mysterious and ever-present, although just recently added, Torch God. Some of you are probably looking at this saying, "What?" And maybe some of you have stumbled upon this thing accidentally in your world and wondered just what the heck it is. Because honestly, this is a fairly unknown boss and actually has a pretty funny backstory. As you guys may or may not know, there was a hidden luck system added in Terraria's Journey's End update, and this luck mechanic is able to influence certain aspects of Terraria. This includes drop rates and enemy spawn rates, as well as damage fluctuations. I'll have a full Terraria mechanics video coming out on this soon, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Or for people watching this in the future, the link should be in the description, if I haven't forgotten. When first introduced, the luck system allowed players to have bad luck simply by placing biome torches in the wrong biome, which angered the community quite a bit, seeing as this mechanic was hidden and did have an effect on normal gameplay. Relogic intended it to be a sort of mystery mechanic, and Red specifically said that he likes people using the correct torches, or I guess more dislikes people using the wrong torches. In any case, the community hated this, and because of the community backlash, Relogic then patched negative torch luck out of the game, which many think is what prompted them to make this boss. Just as a bit of a goof, a bit of a gaff, you know, tricksy how you go and pranked you kind of thing. Although this boss does have an invaluable drop that assists with the new luck mechanic in a nice and subtle way. Okay, but enough teasing Isahooten, let's get into this boss. The Torch God boss fight is honestly not exactly like anything else in Terraria. It could be most similar to the Empress of Light, being a bullet hell kind of fight. However, I would say it's the only boss fight in which you don't actually have to kill anything. For starters, the summon requires placing 100 torches in a fairly tight area, somewhere underground in any biome. Upon doing so, the Torch God mini event will activate, creating a dazzling light show that seems more like a Pink Floyd concert than it does a boss fight. Be careful though, this light show is deadly. The placed torches, after a small pause, will begin to launch small fireballs at your character, which extinguishes the torch they came from in the process. This is the essence of the quote-unquote boss fight here. It is simply an endurance event, meaning that you don't have to attack anything, rather you just have to dodge and survive. Having said that, make sure you do have some decent movement accessories and a good grappling hook, as the fireballs can deal anywhere from 40 to 120 damage up to master mode, so getting hit by even a couple in early game could mean that you have to try again. The fireballs travel linearly towards your current position, sometimes going through blocks to reach you. This is important to be aware of, as sometimes torches that you may have placed off screen will still fire down at you. The fireballs do collide with blocks only when they pass your character. While summoned, the Torch God will inflict the blackout debuff to your character as well, which significantly reduces your light vision. However, I would almost say that this makes the fight easier in a way, as it highlights the firebolts and where they are coming from in higher contrast. When all the torches finally extinguish in the area, the event ends and the Torch God has been defeated. After a short pause, the torches will reignite, and so long as 100 or more torches were activated during the fight, you will receive a drop called the Torch God's Favor. Keep in mind that if you do want to fight the Torch God again, you should not use the Torch God's Favor item and should just put it away in a chest, as the Torch God will not spawn again for that character if you use the Favor item or if you have it in your inventory. If you've accidentally used it already, well, starting a new character will always allow him to spawn again as well. For the boss fight, I have just a few tips for both the arena and your character that you should get ready before fighting. Having an open area offers more room to dodge the Torch God, making the fight significantly easier. Using either well-placed platform levels or a square frame of rope, you can maneuver around the Torch God without having much speed, but of these two methods, I slightly prefer using platforms and grappling, as it gives you more room for error. But let me know in the comments what you guys use as an arena and why. A valid strategy for this arena is placing the 100 torches required for the Torch God in the center of your arena. Once the fight then begins, circling around the center mass of torches as the torch projectiles fly at you is effective for dodging them, as they fly in a linear path, allowing you to sort of skirt around the area while the projectiles just trail behind you.
I'm fast as fuck, boy. Still fast as fuck, boy.
Don't use crimson torches. These things are impossible to see as their fireballs are black, so they blend right in with the background. The best kind of torches to use would be ultra bright torches, as they are the most luminescent, but really any torch will do the trick. I prefer to make a rainbow of colors because the light show is pretty trippy, dude. If the arena is still too dark for you, then using lanterns or other non-torch light sources can provide harmless light to make navigating a little bit easier. However, I wouldn't really recommend this, as the high contrast of the background to the fireballs makes them easier to spot and dodge. For your character, good movement accessories are a necessity. You can't go wrong with Hermes boots and a good grappling hook, but try and use as many as you can. Even a swiftness potion can't hurt. Anything that gives you a dodge chance, like the Brain of Confusion in early game, gives you a higher chance of surviving.
Dio! ほう、向かってくるのか。逃げずにこのディオに近づいてくるのか。近づかなきゃ、てめえをぶちのめせないんでな。ほうほう、フォワールド！何？
Similarly, having good armor, buffs, and defense accessories will help you survive and reduce the damage from the fireballs, seeing that this is an endurance event. Using an iron skin and regen potion is a must in my opinion. It'll help tank some of the damage if you do get damaged, and you'll be able to regen it back nice and quickly. And now you are ready to take the Torch God status for yourself. If you have any more ideas on prepping for this boss fight, be sure to leave me a comment, come join my Discord link in the description and tell me there, or use a time machine to send me a message before I made this video so I can fix it beforehand. So upon defeating the elusive Torch God, he drops the Torch God's favor. This is a consumable item that can be used once per character. Once used, it opens a permanent ability that will be available to that character called Biome Torch Swap, which can be toggled on and off. Keep in mind though that once you have used this item, the Torch God cannot be summoned again with this character. When switched on, you will automatically convert regular torches to the current Biome's torch variant, both in your hand and when placed, which positively influences your luck statistic just by being near these correctly placed torches. This effect is only one way, however, as converted torches, once they're placed, will permanently remain converted to the Biome torch they were placed as, even if you pick them up again and place them elsewhere. There is a hierarchy of biomes that the Biome torch swap will listen to, and it goes as follows. Demon torches, which are swapped to in the underworld, take precedent over all biomes. The world good and world evil torches take precedent over the other biomes. For example, if you have a hallowed ice biome, you will automatically place hallowed torches. Ice torches then take precedent over jungle torches, which take precedent over desert torches. The item itself is of light red rarity, which tells us that the devs feel that this should be obtained around early hard mode in the progression. But in my opinion, you should try and get it as soon as possible, as it will just passively assist your torch luck and hence your overall luck throughout the entire game. So I think it's quite appropriate that Relogic has added this item as a way to educate and help out players with their torch luck and calm the waters a bit for adding this in the first place. Well, guys and girls, there you have it. The Torch God broken down. I have to say it again, but the Torch God is such a light-hearted and slightly bewildering addition to Terraria. but it is the perfect response to the drama that the luck system has caused. Whilst it may be slightly more difficult for new characters, it is incredibly valuable to fight and defeat this boss as soon as possible, as not only is it only an endurance event, requiring only dodging and surviving to succeed, it is also incredibly easy to prepare for, and it provides you with a highly valuable item that will help you for quite literally the rest of the game. With that said, that is all from me today, guys and girls. I hope you enjoyed today's boss breakdown, and let me know if you want to see more of these types of videos in the future. Chuck us a subscribe as well if you enjoyed, and come join the Discord if you want to hang out with more beautiful people like your Theo. Alright, thanks so much again, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.